job. When you're getting a job, that is to provide for your family. But a career is something that you're passionate about, something that you do for yourself, something that you serve in a bigger way.
Hi everyone, Elle Ballard is here today on our Empowered Global Women in Business podcast. And I have my guest today with us, Dawn Stebbing. Hi, Dawn.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Great to have you. Dawn is a sales and leadership expert featured on CBS News and the Minneapolis Star Tribune, has built teams in direct sales for 4 decades, mentoring hundreds of entrepreneurs. Trusted by organizations like Mary Kay and Tupperware, she now coaches ambitious women on relationship-based sales, authentic personal branding, and integrity-filled leadership. Dawn resides in Mesa, Arizona with your husband, Mark, and their Shih Tzu, Jade. Welcome again.
Thank you.
First question I usually like to ask, how did you start in your career? What is your journey? How did you come to do this work?
Oh my gosh. Do you want me to go way back when? I have years of experience in a lot of things. But the last 14 and a half years, I've been in the world of image consulting. And how did I become an image consultant was through all my activities and career jobs. And I would say jobs at first, and then I moved into careers, former hairstylist to still had my hands in direct sales. I always felt that there was more. There was always more. And then, you have some hardships with some places that I've been in. In the last direct sales company I was in, there was a little hardship with a leader, and I knew that I didn't want to be that kind of a leader. So I wanted to step out and be my own leader and lead in a different way. But I always knew it was going to be in the beauty industry. I love the beauty industry. And what I love about it is because I got to make women, and my target audience is women. However, I've worked with men also. When I got into this business is because I love helping women feel better about themselves, build their confidence level, help them look the part that they wanted to look and be the part and do it authentically and with integrity too. And image consulting at that time was more about, helping people look good on the outside. Through this process, I've come to learn that women really need help with the inside. And I love this piece because when I sit down with my clients, I get to know them on a very, very personal level. And some of the things that they've shared with me are like, I'm in awe. I'm in like, God, who put me in this spot today to be with somebody that is just, I'm blessed to have them share their life story with me and to feel like, wow, they trust me to open up. And when they did that, I got to learn more about them in a very short period of time and learn how to dress them for who they are today, not who they were before.
Right.
So building that confidence, and sales has been part of my business. I was 22 when I started in sales. And so I have a huge background in the direct sales industry, and not just in direct sales. I've been selling myself for a long time in a way that I have services and how I can help other people.
Oh, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I love that I also love the beauty because the beauty from outside, within and out, it's just so beautiful. And I love how you mentioned, it used to be focused on the outside. And now it all so connected, right? How the way we think about sales is the way we build our world on the outside. Since you have been building this passion of yours, what are some of the lessons? And I can imagine there's so many lessons we typically go through. But what are maybe one of the main ones that you would want to share with our listeners in building this business?
Well, first of all, you have to have passion. And if you don't have passion, you can love to knit, right? But are you going
Okay.
to do that as a hobby or are you going to do that as a business? And if you have the passion to knit, then you can put it in a business. So I think having the core passion about wanting to serve is a big thing. And that was one thing I needed to learn too, is am I passionate about it? enough to build a business around this? And I found that I just go, oh my gosh, this is my calling, and I've been asking for it for years. Like, what'd you put me on this earth to do? What is my purpose? What is my passion? It didn't happen overnight, but I was always grasping. And one of the things that I sat with is, what did I do? Oh, here's a good example. And this is a tip for anybody out there listening, is get an 8.5 piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and draw a line down the middle. And on your left side, put everything you've ever done in your life from, I don't care what age, if it was a job, something that you got money for, something you didn't get money for, but it
Mhm.
was something that you did. And then
Skills.
on the right
Mhm.
hand of the side of the paper, what was the commonalities of all of
Mm.
these things that you have done, and circle them. Oh, and also take out what you didn't like. So what will you not do? Like, there's some things that I will not do
Yeah.
ever again because I didn't like it, was not something I loved, anything. So you don't ever want to do something you love. You want to do things that make your heart sing.
Mm.
So passion and what makes your heart sing, and be consistent. That's the other thing. When I was younger, I jumped a lot from different things to different things because I wasn't settled. I wasn't settled. I always knew it was more, but I didn't know what it was. So I would
Yeah.
go into something. One, I was a young mom, so I had to support my kids, put food on the table, clothes on their back, a roof over their head. So a job, when you're getting a job, that is to provide for your family. But a career is something that you're passionate about, something that you do for yourself, something that you serve in a bigger way. So being consistent, once I found my niche or my career or whatever, I needed to just be more consistent in that and be on target for who I wanted to serve. And once you're consistent, then things start to flow really nicely for you. And
Mhm.
and people see you everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great advice. I love that. The consistency is, yeah, I see, and I know where that can be tricky as well. Just staying the course, staying with it, especially when we're not seeing the immediate results that we want, right? Or the results that we
Exactly.
we want to, oh, maybe this is the wrong thing I'm doing. Let me try this. We jump
Hmm.
and we forget to realize this is still another new thing that we have to make a plan for, prepare for. All the same things that we've done for this one already. Thank you for sharing that. I want to move into crushing the competition and the three insider secrets to becoming an industry powerhouse. I know that's one of your topics, and if you could share with us, what are those three?
Sure. Well, the first secret is you must have a powerful personal brand style. And what
Mm,
I mean by that is, what is your unique style? What's unique to you? Who are you? How do you want to show up? How do you want to be perceived? How do you want others to perceive you? What's that first impression you want to give them about you? And you may say, "Oh, I don't care. I don't care what I look like." You should care, because other people, if you don't care about that, then you don't care about bringing in clients. That's what I say. I
yeah.
mean, your clients, you want to draw them and magnetize them to you. So that's number one that you should be cared about. Besides that, how you get there is, there's 3 to 5 words that I work with my clients on to bring that out of them. So my conversations that I have with my clients, I'm writing words that come out of their mouth. And then
Mm,
I go through this piece of paper and I go, okay, so these 2 words are almost identical. And this
hmm.
one I love, this one I love. And I go down this list. Okay, so I shorten it. And then to get even shorter, I look at the commonalities and then shorten that. But I'm asking them, which word fits you the best? And then by the time I get down to the whittling, it comes down to 3 to 5 words. And once I get to the 3 to 5 words, I have them close their eyes and I have them take 3 deep breaths and I read their words back to them. And I
Mm,
want them to feel their words, because those words are who they are and how they want to be seen. And that is your blueprint to shaping your image both in person and online. Second secret is the second secret is you must climb your way to the top. And what I mean by that is I use the word climb as an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Oh.
C,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So when I use that as an acronym, like your customers first, you listen, you're in tune to what they're saying, mentoring and building trust.
Mm-hmm.
So I use that acronym to help my clients understand this is part of your blueprint for sales. And if you don't have that, you're not going to be bringing in sales.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's all about selling a product, in fact, I'll give you for instance, I get emails and people, texting me a lot about, hey, I got this product and I'd love for you to try it or something like that. And then that turns me off. So turns me off. And one I just got yesterday and she's selling a product and haven't spoken to her in years, not even very close to her. I know her through acquaintances, through networking, never asked me about me and never really said, hey, how are you doing? Let's have a conversation. Love to get to know you again. So I sent her a little tip. It would be wise to get to know people before you start selling your product.
Yeah.
But I said it in a nice way. I did say it in a nice way. That's just the
Yeah.
gist of my comment back to her. Nobody likes to be sold to. Nobody likes to be sold to at all. And the third
Mm-hmm.
secret is you must become an integrity filled leader. Leaders lead with integrity. If you're not going to be filled with integrity, you will not lead yourself and you will not lead a team because people lead leaders that follow leaders that have integrity, that have their back, that have empathy, that can make a decision. I mean, I'm all about making decisions, be a decision maker. None of
Yeah.
this waffling back and forth. What do you want for lunch? I don't know. What are you going to have for lunch? That's
Right.
waffling. It's like if you know you want something, go for it. If you know you need something, find it. If you don't have the answer, ask for it. It's lead with integrity and be a good leader. And those are my three topics that I really touch on in my speech. Yes.
Definitely. Such a great reminder. Um, and then the decision making, I feel like it's as business owners, right? As business leaders, we make this so many decisions in one day, just
Yes.
business related. I'm not even talking about any family, anything, right? And I see where definite, and I know where that can be challenging. In fact, I was just going through that yesterday myself, right? So interesting how, so I love that reminder on just make that decision, right? And I think, what I learned also is, yeah, sometimes if it comes easy to me, I know it's a right way to go, right?
Right.
But if I feel like I'm thinking on it too much, or maybe that's not yeah,
Oh,
but I
good
love that.
point.
I love that reminder. Yeah, thank you.
That's a good point. I love what you said there is if you have to think too much, it's probably not right for you. If you
Yeah,
know it is, you should be able to make a decision. Sometimes we have to think about it a little bit because finances or what it may be. Maybe you have to
yeah,
juggle some things in order to make it work. I get that. However, if you know that you need it and you know it's going to benefit you in your career or in your business, go for it. What do you have to lose? But the other thing too is
hmm
interview interview the person also. Like, what
yeah,
else can you help with this? Because I made some very big mistakes in my life. And when I signed up with people, thought they had my back, but they didn't. And I call
yes,
those
hmm
leaders that lack integrity.
yeah, for
Leaders that
sure.
say, they just want to they just want the money. It's all about
Hmm.
the money for them. And their egos are so big that, they don't see the fluff. And I don't want to pick on anyone, but I think women tend to have a little bit more integrity because
Hmm.
they're more about how can I serve you
Yeah,
than others. I'll
yeah,
just say it like
mhm.
that
Yeah.
without pointing fingers at anybody.
Yeah, Definitely, definitely. I agree. So interesting. I feel like there's so many great paths we can take it on, right? And keep talking leadership. Oh, so, so, so important. There's so many moving pieces. One of the challenging jobs, right? To be a leader,
Oh, yes, yes,
to
yes.
be and to be a good one, to keep building and continue going for it, after it. But I want to thank you for being on our podcast today. And
Oh,
I
thank
forgot to
you.
mention, we are actually, yeah, we are part of Pataluza event, and it is Don is one of our featured guests today. So I want to thank you, Don. And as we are concluding this, is there anything else that you would want to share with our listeners? And also, please share how they can connect with you as well.
If first of all, I do, 20, 30 minute introductions, to complimentary introductions, just to have a call with you and find out what is it that, that you're reaching out for. What is it that you need that I can help you with? And if it's in sales, if it's in your image, if it's in leadership, whatever that is. I also offer a longer, like an hour, where we can work on a blueprint for you and map out what it is and how to get to where you want to go. And so you can actually email me at dawn@dawnstebbing.com. I'm on LinkedIn under my name, Dawn Stebbing. I'm on Facebook on Dawn Stebbing, Instagram on Dawn Stebbing. I'm very easy to find. My website is also dawnstebbing.com.
Beautiful.
So very easy to find. And if you don't know how to spell my name, it's Stebbing, and it's DAWN, dawnstebbing.com. Yes, and you can find me there. I'd love to just to chat with anybody that is looking to just, get some answers for something they're struggling with. And it's complimentary, like I said. And I love it that you had me on your podcast today, and very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Elle.
Thank you so much, Don. It was such a great conversation with you. So needed. Thank you for sharing. Love the tips and love the what you stand for and the words as how they relate to the image and what we bring. That reminder and personal brand, so important. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your wisdom. And speak with you soon.